One of the things Konami does that isn't making tier 0 decks is giving support to archetypes that needed one, like XYZ, Clear Wards, or most recent one, 6 Samurai. However, there's an archetype that is one of, if not, the most forgotten archetype that's only known if you read the manga. That is the Wicked Gods, or if you're French, the Demons of Hell archetype. Before we start with Eraser, I have to mention this because it's going to be a common issue that I wish not to repeat myself. That is, they all cannot be special summoned and must be normal summoned by tributing 3 monsters. Unlike the Egyptian gods and Sacred Beast, they both used to suck, until they got support and became usable. Whether you think the support is mid, it's always best to try rather than not give the support, which is the reason why I'm making this video. Let's continue, starting with the Wicked Eraser, Eradicator or Annihilator, whatever you may pronounce it. This card's attack and defense are equal to the number of cards your opponent controls by 1000. During your main phase, you can destroy this card. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, destroy all cards on the field. The first effect simply sucks. It isn't very useful playing first, since it's based on your opponent's cards on the field, and a vanilla monster can just beat this card. The second effect, however, while powerful, it suffers from diminishing returns once you realize you can just pick multiple breakboards like Raigeki, Lightning Storm, Harpy's Feather Duster, and more. It also doesn't help that it has to be destroyed and sent to the graveyard, so banishing won't trigger it. Eraser is objectively the worst Wicked card, and no one should play it, which by the way, all of the Wicked cards are rare, so you can easily craft them in Master Duel. Dreadroot, or the Evil Terrorizer, isn't really much to talk about. The attack and defense of all other monsters on the field are halved. While personally, I like the simplicity of the card, I don't like how it's literally all he does. Without any protection, at least Obelisk, the fucking Tormentor, has protection. Besides that, I'll give it that, for a beat stick, it does its job. Though good luck trying to OTK your opponent because your monster's attack and defense are also affected by Dreadroot. And the final monster, Avatar. Just Avatar.
Yeah, what fucking pussy. Just killed a freaking pregnant woman.
If this card is normal summoned, your opponent cannot activate spells and trap cards until the end of their second turn after the effect's activation. This card's attack and defense are equal to the highest attack on the field, 100 plus, except Avatar. The first effect, I find it a bit confusing, because the way it's texted make it sound like your opponent cannot activate spells and trap cards for 4 turns. If not, please clarify it more in the comment section below. Other than that, it's a good floodgate monster until your opponent summons a monster that negates or gets rid of Avatar the Last Airbender. The second effect is obviously a counter to Ra until they pay 1000 to destroy Legend of Korra. Though it's funny to imagine if you can somehow summon that one Numeron card that I won't pronounce it, and you both get like 100,000 attack points. And now the spell card that the Egyptian god cards can also use, Divine Evolution. I'm going to oversimplify it because there's a lot of text. You cannot negate it, nor the activated effects cannot be negated. You can also choose either a divine type or the original names of the Wicked cards. Monster gains 1000 attack, and it gains the following effects. When this card declares an attack, you can make your opponent send one monster they control to the graveyard. Their choice, though. Okay, so the spell card's effects sound good and all. Problem is, because of how hard it is to summon the Wicked cards, you may or may not be able to use this card. And I doubt the Egyptian god cards also use Divine Evolution. You might as well replace it with breakboards or anything else. So how would I fix the Wicked gods? Personally, I would make it in between the Egyptians and Sacred Beast. So some protection, some search engines, or perhaps optional, give them a fusion monsters, because fuck it, why not? Another option is retraining them, but Konami rarely does it, and even if they do, they would have been a new archetype like Memento. And last time I checked, the Flame Swordsman deck still uses the vanilla monster. Anyways, that's all I have for the tables. Comment section down for criticism. Have a nice day night.